Welcome to Suburbicon, a town of great wonder and excitement.
Hey there.
Built with the promise of prosperity for all.
Well, I have to say, at the Toronto Film Festival this year, one of the biggest disappointments for me was the new movie Suburbicon, which actually had its world premiere in Venice. It wasn't well received, at least at the screening I was at, and there's a good reason for that. This is a movie that doesn't know what it wants to be. Now, what pains me about that, to say this, is it's directed and co-written by George Clooney. I am a big fan of Clooney, not only as an actor, but as a director. I think he's done some of the better films in recent years, Good Night and Good Luck being just one example of his terrific abilities as a director, as a filmmaker, and I could go on and on with what he's put his name on, even as a producer in the Oscar-winning film Argo. He has exquisite taste. Something went wrong with this one, though, and I have a feeling I think I know how. This also is from an old screenplay by Joel and Ethan Coen. Now, I am also equally a great fan of the Coen brothers, so taken together to have Clooney directing a film written originally by the Coen brothers seems like an absolute treat for smart-thinking adults. Well, you couldn't be more off the base here on this one. It just doesn't work, and it's a difficult movie to pull off anyway because the tone is so tricky. Whatever the Coen brothers had written all those years and decades ago, they decided not to make a movie, or it never came about. Then Clooney and his co-writer, longtime partner Grant Heslov, also took their whack at this screenplay, and what you have are really two movies. I don't know how many movies in here, what it's supposed to be. Is it a noirish murder mystery? Is it a film about racism in 1950s American suburbia? What is it about?
Nikki, you need to get up. There are men in the house.
Now, the basic storyline has a black family moving into the neighborhood, as it were. Guess who's coming to dinner? Well, this takes place in 1959. They are now in the neighborhood, and suddenly a bunch of racist people from the area are harassing them on a daily basis, it seems, outside their house, everywhere you go. It's a sad commentary on racism in America, and it certainly has echoes here of recent events in Charlottesville and different places where this still goes on and where we're still having racial divides. So here I think Clooney was interested in that storyline as saying something strong about how divided we have become in terms of the color of our skin. It's really pathetic, but it doesn't work here so much because then it gets very convoluted. Next door to them lives the Lodge family. That would be Gardner Lodge, played by Matt Damon, his wife Julianne Moore, and their kid Nikki, who is played by Noah Jupe. Now, bad things happen to them. There's a break-in at their house. A couple of men come in and basically try to kill them, and actually the wife, Julianne Moore, her character, dies in this horrible, horrendous event, but not for too long because Julianne Moore isn't out of the picture, folks. She's back as her twin sister, Margaret, who ingratiates herself into this family, so essentially she is replaced. The killer's demands don't stop there. They come and hound Matt Damon's character, Gardner.
It's the police.
Any progress on the investigation?
A mobster got killed a couple of days ago.
I can end the conversation real quick.
I'm sorry for his loss.
Life? Yeah, I guess he probably is too.
And soon into the picture comes Oscar Isaac. He is a mysterious insurance investigator. His scenes actually kind of crackle. I really liked him. I don't know why. I didn't know what he was doing there, but he was interesting and it was well written, that part of it. But you can't keep forgetting the whole racial thing going on right outside these doors. This whole noirish murder mystery thrown in that's definitely a Coen Brothers specialty, a black comedy. But I don't think I laughed once or smiled or go like, I love the satire here. It just didn't come through. Tone is everything when it comes to these movies, particularly the Coen Brothers movies. Clooney knows his way around this business better than anybody, but he seems lost in this. Sometimes something is best left unfilmed, and maybe this particular Coen Brothers script, however it started out, would have been left in the drawer, maybe, never to be filmed, at least not in this form. The performances are fine. You don't really care much about any of them. Matt Damon seems struggling to find the core of Gardner Lodge. Julianne Moore is always interesting, but this is not one of her better performances, certainly. Oscar Isaac's really the standout here. He's got the best scenes, but the movie really isn't worth the time. I'm sad to say Suburbicon was a huge disappointment for me. I hope they all do better next time. These talented actors, George Clooney, Grant Heslov, the Coen brothers, this is a misfire, but sadly, not one that really works for us right now. I look forward to what they come up with next. As far as Suburbicon goes, I say no.